Yo, what's up, guys? What do you mean, games? Is that a Melee Friendlies channel joke? Yo, what's up, Chris Steve? Um, Luigi and Ices. I think we'll get to them, of course, but I think Luigi is it's still winning for Luigi. Ices, I don't think is advantage. I think it's probably still winning for Ices, but we'll get there. I mean, they're obviously very manageable matchups for Zelda. She does well against the slideys. Right, yeah, Spooks, you're right. You know. What's up, BL? Right. All the cookout has prepared me. Yep, matchup chart time. Yeah, I saw people posting matchup charts in the Zelda Discord, so that inspired me to do this. I don't think Icy is hella rough, but it's not good. Okay, and I'm gonna do Sopo as well. So both Icy's together and Sopo. So, I'll just go down the line here. That's certainly better than Sheik. I see, we're doing the Melee Friendly channel joke. Okay, so Bowser, I used to think that Zelda's best matchup was Kirby a few years back, and then I thought it was Pichu. It's not Kirby. Then I thought maybe Pichu, but Pichu's a little fast, and fast characters do well against Zelda. I mean, Zelda still beats Pichu, but I don't know if I'd say it's 60-40. I think it's Bowser. I think Bowser is probably her best matchup, and I've heard from the Bowser community that Zelda wins hard. And in my personal experience, I've played plenty of Bowsers. I mean, I've played in an awful lot of tournaments, online and offline. You know, a lot more than I can remember, a lot more than I can count. Funny, Billy. So this one's going to be 60-40 Zelda favor. She doesn't have anything better than a 60-40. She's not good. She's not a good character. But I think Zelda wins that 60-40. And I'll try and give some commentary on it here. So he's a big target. He's a big target for kicks. It's actually a little tricky to sweet spot large characters like that. As well as, DK, for example. It's a little different. Feels a little different. But he's still such a big target. He's combo food, and recovery is exploitable. I mean, it's not so much that Bowser does poorly into Zelda specifically. Bowser's just really bad. He is the worst character in the game. I mean, I'll stand by that. I don't think it's by a long shot. I don't think he's in his own tier, but all of his weaknesses are just exploited by Zelda, just like any other character. I mean, he's a big target for kicks. He doesn't really combo Zelda. I mean, what combos does he have on Zelda? Up throw, Bowser up throw is set knockback, but I'm pretty sure Zelda can jump out of that. Yeah, man, he really doesn't have much in the matchup, and Zelda just better characters him. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I don't want to harp on it too much. That's probably Zelda's best matchup. And now we're going straight into a pretty bad one. And this one I have long believed is 25-75. It's not her worst. And the Zelda community knows which matchup is worse for Zelda. We're going to get there. A lot of people who aren't Zelda mains know the worst matchup. But I think Falcon is second worst because of his speed. What Zelda has on Falcon is she can combo Falcon. He's a fast faller. But you could say that for a lot of characters versus Falcon. You know, low tiers can combo fast fallers. Yo, what's up, Wes? So that's, I don't want to say all she has on Falcon. He's not too hard to edge guard. Like, you got down smash at ledge, and even if he goes for the real low up B sweet spot to ledge, down tilt can catch that. You can snipe Falcon kick recoveries with Din's Fire. But when a Falcon wants to commit to dash dance camping you, because we know Zelda is terribly slow, slowest ground speed in the game. I believe she is the worst character in the game when it comes to approaching. And if a Falcon wants to commit to dash dance camping when they have the lead, it's rough, man. So I think this one is, and I've long thought it was her second worst matchup. Um, and it's 25-75 in Falcon's favor, of course. Io is here. Peak worst matchup? Yeah, you already know. You already know. A lot of you already knew that. We're gonna get there. So DK, this is winning for DK. As for how winning, I don't know. I have to think about it. I thought it would be more enjoyable to come into this stream without having put too much thought into the matchups. I want to kind of hash it out live, you know? So, Donkey Kong. His back air is very good. Zelda's back air is very good, but so is DK's. In fact, I haven't looked at its hitbox, DK's back air, but when I play versus DK and we're having a back air war in neutral, it feels like DK outranges Zelda's, which is kind of crazy to say, but man, that thing's got range. And he's also heavy, he lives long, better recovery than Bowser, definitely. Bowser's is more, well, they're both rather linear, but DK's has more drift and can grab from higher, so it's a little harder to edge guard him. Um, hmm. Oh, and another thing Bowser has on Zelda is up B killing rather early because Zelda's a floaty. She dies off the top somewhat early. I mean, she's not that light. Not that light. Yeah, you already know. You already know Falcon and Sheik are the worst. Yep. You got that much. You got that much. I think being experienced, even though I'm not a great player, all things considered, right? But you know, I'm not a top Zelda, at least not yet. We're trying. But what I have with you know having mained this character for so long is played against every character in tournament plenty, and having a good idea of you know how good or bad all the matchups are. So DK, it's winning. It's winning for DK, losing for Zelda. Um, yeah, I think he wins the back air battle in neutral, generally speaking. Uh, he he can combo Zelda with cargo up throw up air. That's still a thing for sure. I think that's just a thing on every character. Can he do that to Puff too? Doesn't matter who you are. So yeah, and he's also just the better character in general. I'm inclined to. He is a big target for kicks. It doesn't feel dreadful on the Zelda side. It's not that bad. Uh, but I'm willing to call this 40-60. Yeah, I agree. I think I have a lot of experience because I was seeing or enough experience at least. I was seeing some of the Zelda matchup charts in the Discord server that had some questionable takes, even from Zeldas who are better than me. So I was like, let me provide my input. It's also good stream content. But yeah, I'm gonna call this one 40-60. Doc. I think Zelda does fine into Doc. Um, So we have neighbors, we have our reflector to reflect pills, which can be punishable. You got to be careful with it. I mean that's in general versus you know reflecting projectiles from virtually any character. Um, but we can reflect pills, and the reflected pills do a lot of damage. The multiplier on Zelda's reflector is strong. I think it's 1.5 times damage. And knockback, maybe, but pills are set knockback. Um, Pills do, if you're not using the reflector, because sometimes it's not always great to use the reflector. Um, Pills, the fact that they bounce kind of disrupt Zelda's airspace. So it's a little tricky, but I still think she can manage. She can deal with pills better than a lot of characters can. Uh, Pill spam isn't too problematic. And Zelda hits hard. Doc can't recover from very far. So you knock him far enough out there and he's cooked. Right, right. This is true. Yeah, Brick Kid. Because like top players, I mean top players who have made like Armada and Leffen, for example, who have made tier lists, just tier lists for all characters. You know, a general tier list have had some pretty bad takes, especially with the low tiers. I think Mewtwo King has pretty good takes with stuff like this, and HBox has some pretty decent takes too. But yeah, some top players are they have some very questionable tier list takes. That's for sure. Right. So Doc, Doc is certainly the better character. It's probably better for Zelda than DK is. I think it is. I mean, he hits hard, but so does Zelda. We can manage pills pretty decently, you know, on the Zelda side. He has cape for Zelda's recovery, and Doc's cape is a little better than Mario's. It has better reach. I think downward. I think the cape reach is a little lower, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so that makes recovering a little tricky. We do have air dodge though. Um, hmm. I'm trying to think of the nuances of the matchup. I mean, I think I've already pretty much touched on them. It's some of these I'm just gonna go by feel or largely go by feel. I've just played the matchup so fucking much, and this one I think it's definitely winning for Doc, but it's slight. Uh, Zelda manages pretty well. Now Falco, I think this is no, I don't think I know this is well, I shouldn't say that because there is subjectivity to it, but I've always believed in terms of the top tiers, not just the high tiers, but the top tiers, this is Zelda's best matchup. And it's also my personal favorite matchup in the game. I really enjoy playing against Falcos. Um so like Doc, we have Nehru's. Zelda has Nehru's reflector for Falco lasers. Which is generally pretty good at shutting down lasers, especially double laser from ledge. If you read that and just throw out a neutral bead, it shuts that down. It totally stuffs it. Um, but like Doc's pills, you know, it still can be punishable trying to reflect lasers, so you got to be smart about it. Now, beyond just the reflecting aspect, so Dare, Falco Dare is a little oppressive versus Zelda. Challenging her vertically is generally a good strategy, especially if Falco's camp top platform when they have the lead. That's a good place to be. Um, so I think that's where Zelda struggles in the matchup is when Falcos want to camp top plat and play it very vertically with down air. But other than that, Zelda manages pretty well, man. If Falco wants to cross her up, she can back her out of shield. Um, generally speaking. And he sure as hell is combo food. I mean, Z Zelda can kind of cook the bird when she gets an opening for sure. So, I mean, of course, we got the chain grab, and that goes for Falcon too. She can up throw chain grab all the fast followers. She's got good edge guard tools versus Falco. Down smash, down tilt if he recovers real low with side B because it hits slower than down smash. Some of you guys may have seen me do this, but I'll sit at the ledge. This goes for Fox too. I'll crouch at the ledge to bait a spacey to up B high because I think I'm gonna down smash at ledge, and then I'll jump up and kick it. Um, so yeah, man. I mean, she's got good edge guarding tools versus Falco, and Falco's recovery is not great. The only thing he really has on Zelda is down air and playing the matchup vertically, which is actually very good versus Zelda. It's kind of oppressive, so it's still bad. It's still bad. It's still bad, um, but it's not terrible. Like it's actually very manageable for Zelda. Peach loses this matchup. Yeah, I'm sure you would think that. I know it's sarcasm though. What's up, Matt? Shining up tilt is just as annoying. There's only vertical toolage. Yeah, yeah. Good point. Good point. Yeah, shining up tilt. Playing it vertically, man. I mean, she can destroy Falco off a grab. The hard part is getting the grab, right? Because it's frame 12, so sometimes you got to have a read. You're not going to shield grab him out of shield pressure um, if the Falco's got tight shield pressure. So, um, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Falco is a much better character. I mean, with top tier versus a low tier, but she's got a lot of stuff on Falco. Falco doesn't have a whole lot on Zelda other than just the fact that he beats her in the vertical battle. The horizontal battle, honestly, not so much, dude. Our back air is better range than his back air. You play it smart, you win that battle. Um, yeah, man. I think this is 35-65. Which versus a top tier is pretty good for Zelda. It's pretty good. Not being terrible. Now Fox is definitely harder. You can't really just reflect lasers unless he's spamming standing laser because if he's doing the jumping lasers, whether short op or full op, especially short op, you reflect those. I mean, yeah, they'll hit him, but they don't stun like Falco lasers. So he can just run in, and Fox is so fast, he can just run in and up smash you, or whatever punish he wants. So Reflector is generally off the table here. Falco's a horizontal character, so that's why it's easier than Fox, along with its poor recovery. Um, Falco can definitely be a vertical character too. Uh, Kind of depends how you want to play it. I get what you're saying though. I think Falco's more fun than Fox. More fun to play against personally as Zelda. Fox is the worst matchup. Yo, what's up, Rotisserie? Okay, so Luigi, we're gonna get to Luigi. I'm just going in order here of what was given to me by this tier list uh, maker. But I will say Luigi is a very manageable matchup for her. Um, it's it's winning for Luigi, but it's probably close. Um, as for what is safe, yeah, it's tricky, man. I don't know. I guess I haven't thought about it that much from the Luigi side. I think about it from the Zelda side, like how can I beat Luigi, but not the other way around. Yeah, yeah, for sure. And Fox is the best character in the game. Um, and he kills Zelda earlier because again, Zelda is a floaty. Floaties die earlier off the top. Correct me if I'm wrong, but floaties die earlier off the top. Fox kills vertically. So like Zelda and Sheik are the same weight, but Zelda's gonna die earlier off the top because she's floatier. So Fox and Sheik dies earlier, horizontally because she can't recover as far. So there's a degree of balance there. Um, but yeah, Zelda dying somewhat early vertically to a character that kills vertically, a character that is also fast. Zelda's not good against fast characters because of how damn slow she is. Um, I mean, like Falco, she can destroy Fox off a grab if you're practiced, um, or if you just got a good feel for what to do off a grab with Zelda. Excuse me, it's coffee. I'm jotting and saying the coffee's making me burp. I just have poor burp control. That's not a thing. Zelda isn't just floaty too. She fucking flies. She's got decent airspeed. She's got decent airspeed. Not like Puff. Anyway, so yeah, this is 30-70. I mean, it's not as bad as Falcon. Um, Zelda can hang with Fox, but it's still pretty bad, and it's definitely worse than Falco. It's bad. I mean, he's just so fast. He kills her vertically rather early. Lasers are not safe to reflect. Sure, she can destroy him off a grab, but getting the grab is the hard part. If that Fox's shield pressure is tight, it's hard to find a grab, man. Shield grabbing is not really the answer unless they do something real unsafe. You can, if you get him to whiff an up smash on shield, you can lightning kick out of shield and punish that every time. You mean it's hard to DI when Zelda gets hit? Oh, she can also, I should note this. She can always jump out, or virtually always jump out of Fox up throw up air. It doesn't combo her. It's not a true combo. So she has that. That's one of the reasons that Fox isn't atrocious for Zelda. So she can hang. Ganon, it's definitely winning for Ganon. Some Zeldas will say it's atrocious, and it's not. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Um, Ganon hits very hard. So does Zelda. Ganon generally hits a little harder, though. I mean, we have a strong forward air and back air, but his aerials, Ganon's aerials, not only hit very hard, but they got real good range. So it the aerial battle in neutral, or in general, it's tough, man. You got to play it smart on the Zelda side. Um, but if you play it smart and you're not trying to challenge Ganon's aerials unsafely, you pick up on the player's patterns if they have any, at least. It's doable, man. Wizard's Foot recoveries, you can always snipe with Din's Fire if you got a read on him, and that can lead to a forward air, oftentimes. Um, he's a little harder. Other than that, he's a little harder to edge guard than Falcon, because the grab box on his up B is much bigger than Falcon's up B, so oftentimes you'll get grabbed by Ganon's up B trying to edge guard it. Let me catch up on chat here. Yep, Ganon is your boy. You think it feels even? It's not even. It's definitely not even. Oh, well, maybe in P+. Okay, you're going off P+. Yeah. Zelda's a much better character in P+. No, not in Melee. It's definitely Ganon favored. No. So if you think you're SDIing it, well, maybe you are SDIing it, but odds are you're just jumping out of the second hit. It looks like SDI, but it's not. Spencer, have you played this matchup? Have you played Ganon Zelda? Because I don't think it's that bad. But this is a bit of a hot take on the Zelda side, because a lot of Zeldas think this matchup is atrocious. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, in a way, it does kind of teleport through the stage with the grab box, at least. But yeah, I mean, if you play it carefully, man, it's not like he combos the shit out of Zelda or anything. If you play it carefully, it's doable. I think it's around DK level. I think it's probably this is close. It's definitely 40-60. I'm gonna say Ganon is a little better, like marginally better versus Zelda than DK. That's kind of going by feel at this point, but it's 40-60 in my opinion. Ganon gets the lead. It's unwinnable. No, I don't think so. I mean, even if they want to camp, it's Zelda is pretty bad versus camping, but man, I play by instinct so largely, it's hard to explain some things, but it's not that bad, because Ganon's not fast, dude. You can get in on him. Just gotta outsmart him. Oftentimes use platforms if they're available. Is it drastically slower than Sheik's up B? What do you mean, the startup or the reappear? Because the reappear can have a lot less end lag if you teleport into the ground. Both of them can have 0 end lag if you up B high enough to the point where you can drift and then you touch the ground. There's no end lag at all. So they're the same in that regard. But Sheik doesn't have what Zelda has in that if you up B into the ground, there's minimal end lag. Sheik always has high end lag on the up B. Yeah, the forward air battle, Zelda generally loses. It's tough. You gotta outsmart him. You gotta outsmart him. So, I mean, it is winning for Ganon, but and I think it's probably a little worse for Zelda than DK, marginally, like I said, but it's not that bad. It's not a blowout. Okay, so Ices. Ices is notably the most manageable high tier matchup for Zelda, and I think it's pretty safe to call Ices high tier, even without wobbling. it's not winning for Zelda. It's not winning for Zelda. Ices are still so much better of a character. Even calling it 50-50 is a stretch, I think. It's certainly better than Sheik Ices to the point where, you know, Sheik players will play Zelda versus Ices sometimes. Even J-Move, the best Sheik in the world. Um, so I still think it's winning for Ices, but it's not a fucking blowout. Uh, hmm. Zelda's got some good tools to separate them, which can be neutral B unless they're light shielding it, in which case it's not that safe. But if they're light shielding the neutral B to avoid the shield poke, um, the light shield pushback is pretty far, so it's harder for them to get back in and punish. Down smash can be a good get off me with Zelda and can also separate the ICs. Um, Spaced forward air and back air on shield are hard to punish. Forward smash, Zelda forward smash, also hard to punish and can stuff Icy's approaches. But if they want to play the camping game, if they want to play it really defensively, it's still a bitch for Zelda. I mean, it's not just like it is for any other character, man. It's not great. It is still winning for Ices, but it's not a blowout, like I said. It's probably, in my opinion, it's probably even without wobbling, because Ices can still fucking destroy you off a handoff, man. It's 40-60. It's 40-60, but which is a lot better than Sheik Ices. But it's is it worse than Ganon? Probably not. Is it worse than DK? Still probably not. I'm feeling 40-60, but like just marginally better than DK. So maybe that's a hot take, but that's what I'm thinking for Ices. Okay, so Puff. This matchup can often be miserable for both sides because on the Puff side, Puff dies very early to Lightning Kick, big time. So because of that, the Puff is usually more inclined to camp, air camp especially, which is good versus Zelda. She's not great at challenging Puff up in the skies, not good vertically, and yeah, it's hard for Zelda to deal with that camping. So if a Puff wants to commit to playing the air camping game, or even camping the corner, I mean, which is always a little bit risky, but Puff crouch is good against Zelda, just like it is versus Sheik. Zelda can't grab it. I mean, she has downward angled F tilt to break Puff crouch, but it's committal, and yeah, it's not great. You usually have to wave dash forward to get it if the Puff wants to play the crouch game. It's not that easy for Puff to edge guard Zelda, though. She's got good recovery tools if you're good at mixing them up. Up tilt can be good for killing Puff. Definitely, if a Puff, if you're able to pop a Puff up with down tilt, you can combo that into up tilt. That's a kill confirm on floaties with Zelda. And you can also shark with Zelda up tilt. It'll kill Puff off the top oftentimes. There's some interesting rest punishes, like Din's Fire to kick, but I think you can Omps attack the Din's Fire if they know ball. But you can also do single hit full charge Zelda F smash. You have to space it perfectly, and it's stronger than Lightning Kick. I've only been able to do that in tournament once ever, which I was pretty hype about. I did upload a clip of that. What other nuances of the matchup? I mean, Zelda has some stuff on Puff, and Puff has some stuff on Zelda, like rest out of shield on Zelda dash attack, just like Peach dash attack or Samus dash attack, same kind of thing. But it's bad for Zelda, even though Puff dies so early. It's bad for Zelda when the Puff wants to commit to camping, which is a very valid and understandable thing to do versus Zelda when you die so early to Lightning Kick, especially if they want to air camp. Um, I mean, even if there's a pound stalling limit, if they push it, if they want to push it, it's tough, man. So this one is probably, would I say it's 30-70? I don't know. It's worse than Falco. It's definitely worse than Falco. It's not worse than Fox. Yo, what's up, Okasui? Thumbs down? We haven't even gotten to your character yet. Um, it's it's better for Zelda than the Fox matchup. Uh, but it's not as good for Zelda as the Falcon matchup. I'm inclined to put it in 30-70. Maybe I'm just not very good versus Puff, but no, I can say 35-65. It's tough. It's borderline. I think it's closer to 35-65, but it's definitely worse than Falco for Zelda. Now, Kirby. I used to think this was Zelda's best matchup. Let me get a swig of coffee. True, it is 100-0 when you're on the sticks. True that. The white crew, that was crazy. Um, so Kirby Crouch. It was when I started playing versus King Poyo a lot in net play tournaments, I started to realize this matchup isn't so easy. Uh, Kirby Crouch, like Puff Crouch, can be tough for Zelda. And again, Zelda has downward angled F tilt to deal with that, but it's committal. Um, as far as edge guarding Kirby, the general game plan is to lightning kick Kirby's up B, but obviously there's a lot more to that situation, to an edge guard situation, than just lightning kicking Kirby's up B. They're not always going to up B anyway. Um, You can jump out of Kirby down throw. That's not really going to combo into anything. You can nair out of it as well if the Kirby doesn't shield. I'm inclined to say it's winning for Zelda. It's not 60-40, but I still think it's winning for Zelda, but I think it's very slight. I mean, Kirby does die pretty early to Zelda. I do have a couple wins on King Poyo, and he's a much better player than I am, so there's that. So it goes to show the matchups probably Zelda favored. I'm pretty comfortable putting this in 55-45. I think it belongs there. Now, Link. This one's interesting. Link doesn't do great into Zelda. If he wants to projectile spam, Zelda has a reflector. And, you know, you have to be careful with Zelda's reflector because it is punishable. It's a running theme here. But even then, with that reflector, I mean, it's gonna make Link's projectiles, and same thing for young Link once we get to him, it makes those projectiles so much more manageable. And Link, without being able to projectile spam like crazy, not as good of a character. If he whiffs an up B on shield, free lightning kick. And what else? Oh, if you VI Link down throw in past him, you can get a free lightning kick. I don't think there's much you can do about that unless he's like frame perfect with a turnaround up tilt. But generally, you can get a free lightning kick, free back air out of Link down throw if you DI it correctly. So down throw is not great, I don't think, for Link in the matchup. So it's still winning for Link, all things considered, but I think it's probably slight. It's probably around Doc. It's probably a little more manageable than Doc, in fact. I think it is... And Link's also not fast, and speed kills Zelda. So I think it's better for Zelda than Doc is, but it's still slight winning for Link. Okay, so Luigi. This is a very manageable matchup for Zelda. This is a very manageable matchup for Zelda. I'm trying to think what he even has on her. Being a better character and just having generally better tools, but he doesn't really have combos on her, generally speaking. Um, Recovery is exploitable. Well, that goes for Luigi versus any character. Um, but yeah, it's like, what does he even have on Zelda, dude? If the Zelda, I mean, I've played the matchup so much, it's hard to just say like what the nuances are. Luigi's the better character, but versus Zelda, what he has on other characters, like the crazy combos and shit, they're not as good. Um, if he wants to come flying in with a smash attack, wave dash in, smash attack, he can get shield grabbed. If he's not careful with his approaches, and even if he has the lead and wants to camp the corner, Zelda can start closing the gap and threatening, um, which is still risky, but it doesn't feel as risky as it is versus other characters. You're Luigi with low key farm. Is that a money match challenge? Because I'll take that, man. Um, you probably wouldn't do too bad though, especially because you played my Zelda a lot. Hmm. Well, we can crouch cancel down smash Luigi Cyclone. That's something Zelda has versus Luigi. Um, Matchup specific stuff here. There's not a whole lot I'm coming up with off the top of my head. Luigi's the better character by quite a bit, but it's just the stuff he has on other characters he doesn't really have on Zelda, man. Zelda does well versus Luigi. Um, I think it's 55-45. I think it's 55-45. And I think it is about is it worse than Doc? I don't know. Maybe the top of I'm sorry, 45-55. I think if I said 55-45 before. I think it's probably a little bit worse for Zelda than Doc is, but I wouldn't put it 40-60. The whole Cyclone? Um doesn't Luigi Cyclone it only has the first hit and the last hit, right? It's not like Mario Cyclone where the whole thing hits. But if Zelda's low percent, you probably can crouch cancel both, yeah. She can grab Luigi dash attack. Um, Even though her grab is really bad, speed wise, you still can grab Luigi dash attack because Luigi dash attack is so bad. But a Luigi probably shouldn't be dash attacking anyway. If they did, it's probably a misinput. Um, hmm. You can Omps attack a lot of his aerials, and you can even Omps attack in place instead of Omps attack in, and recover from pretty far. You'll do an Omps attack in place slide off, and you can still recover from pretty far because you're Zelda. Oh, it's hard to think of a lot of the nuances of the matchup, but with experience and going by feel, yeah, it's a Luigi favorite, but it's close. Now Mario, Mario, I feel like this is even, man. I feel like this is even. Zelda does well against all the plumbers. Well, the two plumbers and the doctor, if we want to be canonically accurate. The Marios. Um, so unlike pills, fireballs don't really bounce so much, so they don't really disrupt our airspace. Um, Mario doesn't hit as hard as Doc. I mean, we know Doc is the better character, so Mario has some weaknesses. That Doc doesn't have, but or rather, I should say, Doc has strengths that Mario doesn't have. Mario has a better recovery. His cape isn't as good. Doesn't have as good of range, so it's not as good for reflecting Zelda's teleport for Gimps. If you want to call those Gimps, I guess they count as Gimps. But yeah, what other matchup specifics? Cape isn't as good. He he isn't very fast. His range isn't great. And versus Zelda, you want speed if you really want to beat Zelda and good range. Well, which are good things in Melee in general, but especially versus Zelda. And yeah, what I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot to challenge Zelda, man. You got to play it really well from the Mario side if you want to win it. He's still a significantly better character, but Zelda wins the Zelda generally wins neutral because she outspaces him. And hits harder, if we're talking lightning kicks at least. Better recovery. Fireballs don't really disrupt her airspace so much. I mean, Mario F Smash, which is like one of his primary kill moves, is still not great. That's not a matchup specific thing though. Mario forward air, I mean, even if you meteor cancel it late, Zelda can make it back from so far, from so deep. What else? What else? Well, all things considered, it's even. If I had to say, like, if I had to choose winning or losing, I would say just marginally winning for Mario. But it's even. It's really not bad. It is really not bad. Marth. Now, Marth, I believe, is her third worst matchup. It's on par with Falcon. It can be pretty rough. If it's 55-45 on the Zelda side or the Mario side. Yo, what's up, Ham? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, Marth is tough. Marth is tough for Zelda, dude. And I feel like it's one of my personal better matchups. You know, for me as a player, but it's still rough. If the Marth is good at dash dance camping, if they know how to dash dance camp well, and if they've got good spacing on forward airs, if they want to wall out Zelda with fair, there's not a whole lot she can do. It's really tough. This is one of those matchups where on the Zelda side, man, you really got to work hard and outsmart that Marth if you want to win. It sucks. It's tough, man. She's got Marth Killer, and you can also hit Marth upbeat a ledge with a falling forward air. Zelda forward air hits kind of low, so I'll get Marth with that a lot. You can also set up a Marth Killer with Din's Fire. You can force him to go kind of low, or bait him to go kind of low. So, edge guarding Marth doesn't feel too bad as Zelda. She's got some tools. She's got some tools. And I think that's like the saving grace of the matchup is she can edge guard Marth decently. So it's not quite as bad as Falcon. Even though she can edge guard Falcon more easily. The Falcon just has better shit on it. I don't know. They're both really bad. They're very close. They're both definitely 25-75, but man, yeah, Falcon's still worse. His speed is just really oppressive for Zelda. He also feel like he combos Zelda a little more than Marth, but Marth can also really combo Zelda. Zelda can jump out of his F throw chain grab. Zelda can jump out of that or air dodge out. No, not jump out, air dodge out. That's right, air dodge out and get a grab of her own. Well, I guess she could jump out too if it's higher percent. But yeah, F throw chain grab shouldn't be working that well on Zelda. What else? She's got so Marth has Dash Dance Camp, walling out with Fair. Those alone make the matchup very hard. Zelda has some edge guarding tools on Marth, and what was the other thing I was saying? What was I just talking about? The edge guarding tools and fuck, what was I just talking about, dude? She got wait, I didn't say this yet, but she has up throw up air on Marth. Like low mid percent. I think it's true or close to it. So that's another thing she has. For Zelda, 50-50 feels right. Okay, yeah, got you. Yeah, I think winning for Zelda is a stretch versus Mario, but it's not a crazy take. Anyway, I'm not going to harp on Marth too much. I've long believed it's her third worst matchup behind Falcon and you know who coming up. So, Mewtwo. This is fine for Zelda. Mewtwo is a better character. He's one of the better low tiers. To be honest, I think Zelda is one of the better low tiers, but it depends where the cutoff, where you consider the cutoff for the low tiers are. I consider it the bottom eight. But yeah, that tail hurt box is a big target for the lightning kicks. Now, Mewtwo up throw is stupid strong, and will kill Zelda pretty early off the top. But Mewtwo's his tail being such a hurt box, and Mewtwo's kind of light in melee, right? I know he's very light in the later games, but isn't he still light in melee? I mean, lightning kick is pretty good versus Mewtwo. He's a big target for it, especially with the tail hurt box, and I think he dies to it fairly early as well. We do have Nehru's for reflecting Shadow Ball, but as with all the other projectiles, you know, you got to be careful with it. Mewtwo doesn't have a lot on Zelda, man. Zelda's got stuff versus Mewtwo, but Mewtwo doesn't have a lot on Zelda other than up throw. Killing rather early because she's a floaty and not heavy. Yo, what's up, Cross? Good to see you. Glad you can make it. Or drop in, at least. This is at least even. It might even be a little bit Zelda favored. Yeah, I don't think it's good for Mewtwo. I don't think it's good for Mewtwo. While Mewtwo is a slightly better character, I'm feeling like this might be 55-45 Zelda. He just doesn't have a lot on her, dude. He doesn't really combo her. He has up throw, but he has that on all characters. I mean, it kills Zelda a little earlier than most, but he's got a good wave dash. You can get in quickly if Zelda throws out something real unsafe. But other than that, man, yeah, I don't think this is good for Mewtwo at all. I'm gonna say it might be better for Zelda than Kirby, man, which is kind of crazy to say. I don't know. Mewtwo is a better character, though. I mean, Mewtwo does have some good tools in general. It's close. It's close. I think it's 55-45 Zelda. This is one of her few winning matchups. But I'm going to say it's a little better than Kirby. I'm going to say it's a little worse than Kirby for Zelda. I'm going to say Mewtwo is a little bit better versus Zelda than Kirby. It's marginal, though. Both 55-45. Now, Game & Watch. This is a matchup when I was less experienced, thought was winning for Zelda. I don't think that anymore. Now, some Zeldas, actually a lot of Zeldas, think that this matchup is atrocious for Zelda. I don't think it's that bad. Similarly to Ganon. Like, it's winning. Well, it's losing for Zelda, but I don't think it's atrocious. You don't think you call Mewtwo a better character? I think he's a better character by a few spots, but they're both still low tiers. But head to head, I mean, I think Zelda's probably better in the matchup. He's not a better character by a lot. Yeah, I didn't even think about Zelda down smash in the matchup. Yeah, that can be a good get off me. That goes for a lot of characters though, but I could see it being especially oppressive toward Mewtwo. Get a lot of shield pushback if he shields something. Yeah, and he doesn't have a lot of really fast options. Just like down smash will beat out a lot of stuff as a get off me tool. I think he is a better character though. But Game & Watch, it's winning for Game & Watch. Forward air, Game & Watch forward air is pretty oppressive. It's and that's really the only thing is Game & Watch forward air is pretty oppressive versus Zelda. But other than that, Zelda outclasses him in every way in the matchup, the head-to-head matchup. Game & Watch, I think, is the better character, but the combos he has on other characters, he does not have on Zelda. Zelda's hard to combo, and this matchup is no exception. he can bucket Din's fire, but you have to bucket 3 Din's fires. Obviously, I'm not going to give him 3 Din's fires. And even if he does bucket Din's fire, it's so punishable. You can bait him to bucket a Din's fire foolishly off stage and then go fucking lightning kick him. He's so light, dies so early to lightning kick. Other than forward air, he gets outspaced. Yeah, just watch out for down tilt, director shield down, or light shield. Yeah, he's a little better of a character than Zelda, but what does he have on Zelda other than forward air? And forward air is really good, and it's so good that I think it's still winning for Game & Watch. But he dies so early to lightning kick. I mean, if you can find those kicks, you're in good shape, man. Just learn to deal with his forward air, and it's not that bad. If she gets in, he's dead. I suppose so. Yeah. I don't think you even really need to get in his face so much. Just like find those lightning kicks, and he's in trouble. You know, if you just outsmart him, all he has versus Zelda is forward air. That's pretty much it in terms of strong things he has in a matchup. So it's not that bad. I think Zelda's will just get walled out with forward air and get frustrated and think the matchup is like fucking unwinnable. It's not that bad. Yeah, it's probably even 40-60 is a bit of a stretch. I think it's probably slight winning for Game & Watch. Dude, I'll put it here. I've even heard a Game & Watch player tell me it's not that bad. You can kick, you can do a high kick versus Game & Watch forward air on reaction, which I haven't been able to do. I don't know how true that is, but it's really not that bad. You just gotta learn to deal with Game & Watch forward air. It is winning for him. Snuff his jump before the fair comes out. That's one thing you can do. You can sum up every Zelda matchup. Yeah, it's a good thing to be looking for. All right, so here's another one of her few winning matchups. And I've heard NES players agree that this is winning for Zelda. This might be a 60-40. This might be a 60-40. It's maybe it's 55-45, but it's winning for Zelda. She outranges Ness quite a bit, and his recovery, I think, is particularly bad versus Zelda. She can go deep and just get hit by the PK Fire, or even reflect the PK Fire if you want to, if you want to get stylish. His recovery's so exploitable. He gets outranged. His grab range sucks. Nah, I don't know, man. This might be 60-40. And I have a good amount of experience versus Ness. A good amount of experience versus Ness. Yeah, I think it's not as bad as Bowser Zelda on the Bowser end. But yeah, this is handily winning for Zelda, definitely. That's I think that's 60-40. Ness doesn't have a lot on her. He really doesn't. You can also reflect PK Fire. You miss soft Ness. Low-key, I do too. And that's where I got most of my Ness experience. His Ness actually cooks. Yeah, like Spooks, you know, it's not good for Ness. It's not a blowout, but it's not good for Ness. All right, so Peach. Speaking of Spooks, here is Peach. I mean, it's 35-65 definitely jumps out at me. I don't think it's anywhere outside that tier. They are semi-clones. I say this a lot. They are semi-clones. Peach has slightly faster run speed. They have the same length wave dash. Same length and same jump squat. So their ground movement is both... it's not great. Zelda's is a little worse because she has slower run speed. Turn-ups, Zelda can reflect, sure. Like anything, you got to be careful with that reflector. But she does have that. If the Peach wants to really hold those turnips, though, and play it smart, you know, you can't be spamming that reflector. Peach can also air camp to a degree. Right, yeah, double jump cancels are risky too for For NES. I suppose Peach to a degree. 3070. I was thinking maybe 3070. That might be a bit of a stretch. I feel like it's not that bad. Yeah, I don't think it's 3070, Spooks. That's a bit of a stretch personally. Some Zeldas would put it there though. Some Zeldas would put it there. Float cancels invalidate a lot of out of shield options. That's probably true. Yeah, if a Peach has some real good shield pressure, but if Zelda spaces her kicks, man, um, Peach can still play the camp game pretty well versus Zelda. Air camping, turnip camping, um, even with Zelda's reflector. So if a Peach wants to play it really defensively, then it's not great. It's I think it's a little worse than Puff for Zelda. It's in that same range. It's in that same range. It's worse than Falco. Would I say it's worse than Puff? Actually, I don't know. It's right above or below. Peach down smash is pretty punishable with Lightning Kick. Well, at least when it's on a platform. Zelda can shut that down with a space kick. Lightning Kick is disjointed. Um, she makes it back far if she gets down smashed off stage. Zelda, that is. Well, Peach too, actually. Uh, at this point, I'll go by feel. It feels a little better for Zelda than Puff is. But I would say 35-65. It's not terrible. It's not that bad. So, Pichu. Now this I long believed to be Zelda's best matchup, but I don't think so anymore. And the only thing is Pichu's fast. Pichu is fast and speed is good versus Zelda, but it still doesn't do great for Pichu. He dies to Lightning Kick so early, earlier than any other character. He is the lightest character in the game, and those kicks will kill him mad early. Poor little guy. He's small, so he's not as easy to kick, but yeah, his range is so bad. Zelda outranges him and it's hits like a truck with those lightning kicks. It's just, what does he have? I mean, some speed. He's got some speed. But I don't think it's Zelda's best matchup, but it's 60-40. Zelda wins it somewhat handily. Decent routes on floatier characters. Yeah, I guess he's got some tricky ways to get in. I've been playing versus a Pichu quite a bit. Scarlet Orchid in online tournaments. You think 55-45? I don't think that's a bad take. I think it's definitely 60-40 Zelda, but I don't know. It's probably not as good. I think Bowser's Zelda's best matchup, but Pichu is probably still close, right above or below Ness. I don't know. I think it's second worst, man. I think Pichu's really bad versus Zelda. Um, Bad enough at least, but it's close to Ness. I mean, lightning kicks just destroy him. It's rough for the little guy. Yeah. It's I mean, it's not hopeless. 60-40 is still fine, on the Pichu end. But it's somewhat handily winning for Zelda, yeah. Oh, you're Scarlet. Oh, okay. I did not know you were Scarlet. Got you. Speak of the devil. Yeah. Yeah, Spooks was a Pichu main for a long time as well, Scarlet. So you two are actually my main Pichu experience, and of course I've run into some other ones over the years. But yeah, you know what, Scarlet, you're one of the main reasons I feel like this matchup isn't Zelda's best matchup anymore, because I think you play it well. I think it's a little tougher than Bowser is, but I think it's still pretty bad, man. A little closer to even. Yeah, that's totally fair. And things can change. My opinion might change too over time too. Now, Pikachu, this is actually a significant difference. Of course, Pikachu is a significantly better character than Pichu. But that up smash is stronger, right? And Zelda dies off the top real early to that up smash. And he's got much better range than Pichu, for sure, and doesn't hurt himself. I mean, you got all the aspects of Pikachu being a better character than Pichu. Hits harder and better range. Um, Now the tail spikes aren't as good versus Zelda. She can make it back from pretty far, but it still can be good. But yeah, that Pikachu being so fast, being able to run in and find those up smashes, it's rough, man. Even approaching theirs can be hard to deal with. Well, you can find ways to stuff him or shield him. Um, it's probably 35-65, maybe 30-70. It's kind of bad. Uh, I don't know. Pikachu's so fast, that up smash is so strong, got good range. But you can also lightning kick up smash out of shield, but it's not that easy. Pikachu is short still. It's not as easy as lightning kicking a fox up smash out of shield. Um, you can punish Pikachu down throw up smash. That's not true on Zelda. Maybe at really low percent, but you can DI out and kick it, I think, if I remember correctly. I play my instinct so much, sometimes it's hard to recall. Um, yeah, maybe 30-70 is the stretch. It's probably 35-65. It's just Pikachu's speed and that up smash make it, those alone make it rough. Weaker grab range. Yeah, I guess that's a factor. It's a factor. Small factor. I think it's 35-65. I think it's a little worse than Puff. His speed in the up smash is those alone, man. The up smash especially. Better range than Pichu, of course. Yeah, it's probably worse for Zelda than Puff is. It's not 30-70 though. I don't think it's that bad. Okay, so I actually am gonna do Sopo here. I'm not gonna do Nana or Zelda Sheik hybrid, but I am gonna do Sopo. I think this is interesting because Sopo. Oops, let me adjust this here. Sopo is part of the reason Ices are so strong against Sheik. Sopo alone is still really good against Sheik. He has a chain grab on her. Uh, but Sopo versus Zelda. I mean, Zelda definitely wins versus Sopo. Uh, but I still don't think Sopo is as bad as Bowser. I think Bowser is still worse. Um, Sopo is probably worse than Pichu, though. Against Zelda, that is. I mean, she's good enough against Ices alone, but you get it down to Sopo, and it's probably... He doesn't have a whole lot on her, man. Uh, he kind of just gets outclassed in virtually every way. Yeah, I think it's still better for Zelda than Bowser, but um, not as it's better for Zelda than Bowser, but not better than Pichu. Yeah, I think that's good. Um, so Roy is winning. Roy is winning for Zelda. I believe this. Some Roys think it's winning for Roy, but it's winning for Zelda. Roy is a better character. He's one of the best low tiers, but he gets outranged by Zelda, and uh, his recovery sucks and Zelda's does not. I mean, the edge guard and recovery game, Zelda wins that. And neutral Zelda wins that too. I mean, he hits hard. Roy hits hard if he gets the hilt hits, but he gets outranged, man. I mean, this one is not good for Roy. It's really not. Zelda's better characters are Pichu's worse. That's funny. Zelda, indeed. Welcome to the stream. Um, yeah, I mean, this is definitely winning for Zelda. Roy's fast, fairly fast. She also does have up throw kick on Roy. Roy falls a little faster than Marth. So whereas she has up throw up air on Marth, she has up throw forward air or back air on Roy, which is a little better than up throw up air. Um, I think she has that on Roy for a while before he starts getting high percent. Uh, it's not good for Roy, dude. It's really not. This is probably worse than Kirby against Zelda. Yeah, because Kirby Crouch can at least be kind of oppressive to Zelda. I mean, Roy's got down tilt, sure, but he's got a lot of weaknesses versus Zelda. I'm gonna put it at bottom at 55-45. Uh, yeah, Zelda does fine, more than fine versus Roy. She doesn't have a fuck ass haircut? Crazy. Yeah, his haircut is a little wild. Where's Zard? Not in Melee, unfortunately. Who's closest to Zard? Zelda. Zelda's basically Charizard. Haircut meta strats? She does have really nice hair. Very nice princess hair. She got this little curly Q on the side. It's well done. All right, so Samus. This one's interesting. We got four more to go. Samus, Sheik, Yoshi, Younglink. This is manageable for Zelda. Same thing I've said with all the other projectile characters. Zelda has a reflector, but you gotta use it carefully. Reflector can be really good versus Samus though, because the 1.5 times multiplier is, I mean, missiles and charge shot are already kind of strong. When those get reflected and hit, they kind of hit like a truck. So if you can successfully reflect those and get the hits, it's it's kind of rough for Samus. Um, but trying to spam projectiles like that, I mean, the reflector makes it a lot more complicated. I mean, it's on the Samus side, you can't really just spam missiles so much. Now what Samus can do is sit in the corner and crouch cancel down smash, play the wave dash back game, and then it's kind of tricky for Zelda. But the fact that she can manage and punish uh, Samus's projectiles so well makes it very manageable for her. Also, big thing in this matchup. Big thing in this matchup. Zelda Din's Fire is really good versus Samus bomb jump recoveries. So she can be oppressive against Samus projectiles, which their Samus projectiles are generally oppressive to other characters, but Zelda can make it the opposite. And then you just got to be careful though, because sometimes Samus can come over top and down air you if you're using Nehrus unsafely. And then Din's Fire versus Bomb Jump recoveries being so good. She's got some good strengths in the matchup. Samus has the wave dash back game for sure. Wave dash back down smash or maybe up tilt, but you can probably kick the up tilt a lot of the time. Samus whiffs a grab. It's a free kick. You're making a melee haircut tier list? That's a good stream idea, good content idea. Yeah, the power missile reflect is so strong. The Din's Fire, yeah, it's probably the most legitimate use of Din's Fire in the game, for sure. It's gotta be. So, Samus still wins it. If the Samus wants to play that wave dash back game, uh, makes it tricky. Makes it tricky. I mean, Zelda can try and close the gap and get in, but even then, in the corner, Samus is still fairly strong. Crouch cancel down smash. They play it right. Uh, you really have to apply the pressure. Maybe they can roll out of the corner and Samus's roll is bad. But yeah, if the Samus plays it right, it's still not great. But it's certainly not a blowout, and I would say it's probably it's it's better for Zelda than Icy's is. Would I say it's 40-60? Maybe. No, I'm going to say it's 45-55. And I'm going to put it right above Luigi. I think Samus is a little bit better versus Zelda than Luigi is. Well, I don't know, man. Maybe not. It's close. It's close. She's better versus Zelda than Doc for sure. You think so? It's good versus Samus Upbeat? I've probably done it a lot and haven't even thought about it. Yeah, I think it's 45-65, all things considered. I was thinking 40-60. Um, right above or below Luigi. I think I think Samus is a little bit tougher for Zelda than Luigi is. I'm gonna put it top of 45-55. Do I even need to talk about this one? Sure, I will. Because people ask why is this matchup so bad? Yeah, this one's it's rough, dude. 2080 to the point where I'm a devout Zelda main, but at times I will just go Puff versus Sheik. I try not to, but it's Sheik has everything on Zelda, and all Zelda has on Sheik is up throw kick at low percent. Uh, good luck getting the fucking grab. Sheik is so fast. She low profiles. Um, she all her combos on other characters still work on Zelda more or less. I mean, not down throw reaction tech chase, but yeah, she has like everything on Zelda. It's almost like you would have to play this matchup on the Zelda side to really feel it. It's like everything about Sheik is just designed to beat Zelda. It's like her hurt box and her animations almost naturally avoid all of Zelda's attacks. Zelda mains know what I mean, who have played this matchup a lot. Um, Zelda's not bad at edge guarding Sheik. Uh, if you hold ledge and bait the Sheik to recover on stage, you can just do a regular ledge jump back air. Uh, so there's that, and then you got up throw kick. So a couple saving graces in the matchup. But other than that, man, I mean, if a Sheik wants to needle camp, and if we reflect needles, the needles just get reflected into each other. So they don't even reflect back into Sheik unless they throw single needles. But even then, if they're doing the platform single needle throws, oftentimes they won't even hit when they get reflected back up. Um, yeah, it's just it's kind of miserable. If the Sheik wants to play campy and fish for grabs, it's really bad. It's just really bad, dude. No, well, she doesn't have a true chain grab on Zelda. She can only chain grab Zelda once or twice with down throw if the Zelda doesn't jump out. If they call out a no jump, which did happen to me in bracket on Sunday at my local. Yeah, being edge guarded and then up throw kick, especially the former being edge guarded, or all Zelda has versus Sheik in this matchup. Other than that, okay, so Zelda can crouch cancel down smash a lot of stuff. There's that, like Sheik's tilts, but the Sheik can easily work around that and not put herself in situations to be crouch cancel down smashed. Yeah, it's bad. I mean, 2080 isn't unwinnable. There are worse matchups. There are worse matchups in this game for sure. 2080 isn't unwinnable. But man, it is rough. It is fucking rough. As somebody who's played this character for 10 years, or mained this character for 10 years, it's bad. Need I say more? A lot of you already know just how bad it is. I think I've probably said enough. You finished the haircut tier list? Okay, I'll check it out. I'll pull that up after I finish this because we're almost done here. So Yoshi. Yoshi's interesting. So Zelda has a couple multi-hit moves that can break his double jump armor. Primarily F smash, but it's kind of hard to land that against a Yoshi double jump. I mean, lightning kick can break the double jump armor early-ish, not very early. Yoshi's just a much better character, man. I mean, she can reflect eggs, but that can also get punished. I mean, reflecting eggs is not as effective as reflecting some of the other projectiles. The angles that the eggs go, Yoshi, more often than not, doesn't really get hit by them when you reflect them. Um, This is a matchup I've played a lot too, because of soft boiled. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's Yoshi favored. I can't say a lot of nuances about the matchup. Reflecting Eggs isn't great. I can say that. Um, and he can break double jump armor. Zelda can break the double jump armor maybe a little bit more effectively than other characters, but still not great. And Yoshi's just so much better of a character. It's probably... I'm willing to say it's 40-60, which is a little generous for Zelda. But I think it's worse for Zelda than Ganon is. It's worse for Zelda than Ganon is. Yoshi can't really combo Zelda like crazy, so there's that. There's that. But yeah, it's still not very good. I think 40-60 is fine. You think Peach is number one? Let me take a look. Yeah, Peach does have great hair. That is true. Um, okay, so last one, Young Link. Young Link is a little bit better versus Zelda than Link, because of his speed. Because of his speed. They both aren't great versus Zelda with their projectiles because of Zelda's reflector. I mean, the projectiles are still good, but not as good against Zelda as they are versus other characters. But speed kills Zelda. Speed is good versus Zelda, and Young Link he's a fast little guy. So just that alone makes it strong, makes him stronger versus Zelda than regular Link. But it's not a blowout. I mean, they're still clone characters, pretty close to each other. Um, so I think this is still 45-55, but it's worse than Link for Zelda. How much worse? And same thing as regular Link, you can DI down throw in past Young Link and get a back air. Um, Young Link can hold his bombs for longer. His bombs last longer before they detonate, so uh, he can hold them for longer and not have to let him rip and get him reflected immediately. You know, he can play more of a mind game with him. So that's another thing. He has that, and mainly his speed. So going by feel at this point, I think he's a little bit worse for Zelda, just marginally worse for Zelda than Doc. Not as bad as Luigi though. So that's my take. It's kind of interesting that we only have one character in 30-70 and one character in even. Well, okay, the Zelda Ditto is obviously even, we know that. But other than the Zelda Ditto, yeah, I think Mario's the only even. That's my current take. And then I haven't made one of these in quite a while, probably a couple years. And I think the only 30-70 is probably Fox. How many years of research is that? Is that a who was the fucking alt player that said that shit? Was it Salem? Is that a Salem joke? The year research bit. Also, welcome to the stream, the Emulator King. We're at the tail end of the stream though. I think we got a good tier list here. Also, I'm gonna check out HamTV's tier list. Give me a sec. I'll pull it up. We'll go over his to end stream. That'll be the finale here. Let me pull this up. Oh, it's a Salem reference. Okay, figured. All right, what do we got, Ham? Let's pull this up. Okay, did that come up? Yeah, perfect. So we have good haircut. No hair at the bottom. Falcon has hair. Well, not under the helmet. Okay, let's go top to bottom here. No spoilers. So yeah, I mean Peach does have great hair, great princess hair for sure. Great volume. I like the sides here, the side locks there. That's nice. Doc, solid haircut, good head of hair there. Marth, personally not a fan. Too anime for me, but it's it's fine. This is extremely subjective. Melee at Night run stream tonight? Maybe. It depends. I was thinking maybe I'd have. Oh wow, we're actually close to Melee at Night. I just realized. Let me see if I was thinking about hanging with friends tonight, but they haven't gotten back to me. So you know what? Maybe we'll just go straight into Melee at Night. Um. Okay, so the links, yeah, the links have solid hair for sure. Zelda's all right. All right is all you gave. Ganon, I'm surprised you even gave Ganon all right. He's got quite a receding hairline. Also, what's this? What is this front bald spot, dude? I never really thought about this. This is weird. This is weird, Ham. Why would you give him all right? He's less than that. Oh my God, this is brutal. You can't just say that. And it's fine. My audience has a good sense of humor. All right, the Icy's. I don't know. Those hoods obscure too much. Puff's little curly Q here. Luigi, Mario, yeah, fine. Ness, fine. I mean, you can't rip on a kid's haircut too much. Kill your. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's it's preceded by kill your barber. Oh man. Um, really, we're hating on Sheik's haircut? Brutal. A bob cut with a tiara. Yeah, yeah, that's true. We're hating on DK and Roy here. Roy's hair is wild. It's wild. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. DK's is iconic though. Um, Falcon does have hair. It's actually a nice cut from what I've seen. I haven't seen Falcon without the helmet in a while though. And yeah, all these no hair. Well, we know Samus has hair, but not in the suit. Well, she does have hair while she's wearing the suit, but it's not visible. Back to this tier list. That's been the main one. He's got that Jason Zimmerman hairline. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, you know what? Falco's got Falco's got that fucking early 2000s mohawk. It does kind of look like crab legs. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Grab coming out of her hood. Yeah, yeah, that's one way to look at it. That's true. Yeah, Fox is covered in hair, fur. All right. Well, there's my tier list. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see who's in Melee at Night. Let's see how it's looking. Let's take a look at this bracket. Oh, I should also save this tier list so I can post it later. All right. Let's take a look. Who is in bracket tonight? Who do we got? We got CEG, friend, Dave's in. Oh, wow, it's a strong one tonight. It is a strong one tonight. Oh, that shouldn't stop me from playing, regardless of the strength of the bracket. If anything, it's better. I get better practice. I don't know, though. Been streaming, had a good length stream yesterday. Maybe I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. I'm probably gonna hang with friends tonight. They haven't gotten back to me, but I probably will soon. You know, I also really have to work on the next Salisbury PR video, which I have been doing, but it'd be good to get some more work on that tonight. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna call it a stream here. I think I will call it here, and I'm gonna save this tier list and post it to Discord, in the Zelda Discord and my personal Discord, maybe a couple others. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a stream here. It's been a good one. There's my final take. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. And I will catch you next time. You have a good night or day wherever you are. Peace out.